There's a kind of person who never leaves a mug unwashed, who folds blankets perfectly before bed, who can't relax until every countertop shines. To outsiders, they look disciplined, maybe obsessive. But inside, it isn't about cleanliness at all. It's about control. The only kind of peace they can count on. You know the type. Maybe you are the type. You hush the house like you're holding your breath. You arrange, straighten, smooth, because if things are ordered, then maybe the noise inside quiets too. The small rituals are armor. They get you through the day. Behind every spotless room hides a nervous system trying to breathe. You might not see it at first. You see the order. You see the lines. But what made those lines matter? Research shows a link between compulsive tidiness and a hunger for predictability. When the world felt chaotic, loud, unsafe, out of control, the body learned a different language. Make small things knowable. Make the cup sit here. Make the chair face that way. It calms the pulse for a minute, an hour. So you keep doing it. You repeat rituals that feel like small acts of defiance against chance. Symmetry isn't always about beauty. It's about saying, quietly, I can still make something right. We call it coping, habit, personality. Call it what you like. It still carries the ache of past days that didn't make sense. But not everyone who keeps things perfect came from chaos. For some, cleaning isn't about the past, it's about escaping the present. Some of us clean to keep panic at bay. Not to prove anything, not to impress, but to quiet that steady, low hum of worry in your head. You scrub, you wipe, you fold. Rhythm replaces thought, for a little while. Hands move before words can. It feels like lowering the volume on the world. Those repetitive motions are self-regulation loops. They reset the nervous system in the same way a deep breath might, only slower. Tactile. The mind gets a break. The room answers back with shine and order, and you breathe, just a fraction easier. You think, I did that. That part of the day is done. But cleaning can be more than an escape from thought. Sometimes it's a screen, a shield, a way to keep distance without saying anything at all. You make the place immaculate, and it becomes hard for others to touch the mess inside you. You keep them out, while convincing yourself it's for your peace. A spotless home is a shield, not because you hate company, because every visitor risks stirring something you hid deep behind the couch cushions. A stray sock becomes a small betrayal. A coffee ring feels like an invasion. You can't let that happen. We learn early that mess equals shame, or chaos, or loss, so we tidy. We straighten. We guard the thresholds like a quiet sentry. It looks practical. It looks neat. But under it sits a fear. If they see the clutter, they'll see the parts you worked so hard to hide. You think, if my home is perfect, they won't need to look past it. They'll take the surface at face value and leave. This is not coldness. It's guarded tenderness. You protect yourself because openness felt dangerous before. You'd rather be right than vulnerable. You'd rather control the room than risk being seen undone. And yet, the very perfection you build starts to feel like a trap. It demands maintenance, attention, constant defense. It wears you down. You start with relief. A clean surface calms the pulse. It feels like winning. Then, the rules tighten. One crumb becomes a verdict. A smudge is proof you slipped. Guilt arrives fast. You tell yourself, I should have seen that. I should have fixed it. Psychologists call this conditional self-worth. Your value becomes tied to performance, to how flawless the room, the schedule, the mask appears. So you keep polishing. You become both the artist and the prisoner of your own display. Every shine requires work. Every perfect corner demands upkeep. You can't rest, because rest means risking the chaos you once feared. It changes how you live. Spontaneity feels dangerous. Laughter risks spilling the wine. Visitors feel like tests. You perform cleanliness to prove you deserve care. You think, if I'm flawless, maybe I'll be safe. Maybe I'll be loved. But safety becomes a cage. It eats time. It eats joy. And slowly, quietly, it hollows you out. But there's a turning point. When people stop cleaning the world, they might finally start cleaning the pain. Cleanliness was never the real goal. You weren't chasing shine. You were chasing safety, calm, a small pocket of predictability you could sleep inside. Healing starts when you let imperfect things exist, without panicking. A dish in the sink, a pillow out of place, a laugh that leaves a splash on the table. These are not failures. They're proof you are present. You are living, not just surviving. We confuse control with care. We think if we keep everything immaculate, the inside will stay stitched. But sometimes, stitches need to loosen. They need to breathe. Maybe the purest kind of clean isn't what you wipe away. It's what you finally allow to stay. The messy moments. The small, human evidence that life is imperfect and still beautiful. Letting things be doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing the pain, the risk, the closeness over the false safety of spotless walls. So ask yourself, quietly, is your order protecting you or hiding you?